different ideas for gifts. I also tend to travel a lot, so I always try to bring back souvenirs for family and friends so I can share in some small way my experience.
Do you prefer sending or receiving gifts?
I like to be given something. It's exciting to unwrap a present and see what it is. Also, it shows that someone cares about you. Or maybe it just means they want something in return.
So what is the last time you received a gift?
Oh, this is hilarious. Just a couple hours ago, I received a bag of sweet potatoes from the owner of the mini supermarket at the corner of my street. I still don't know why she gave me, but she said not to worry about paying for them. It was a complete surprise, but a really nice gesture by her.
Is she close to you that much?
Not really. That's why I was quite shocked. When is your last time?
My friends presented me with a few books on my last birthday. They bought 4 novels that they knew I wanted to read and surprised me on my birthday. 2 of these books are written by John Grisham. The other 2 are The Fault in Our Stars and The Handmaid's Tale.
I know those 2 books too. The content is really good.
Yes, and I received some money on my birthday as well. What do you think about giving money as a gift?
It's a down-to-earth choice, since then the receiver can put that money to use on pressing matters, or get something that they will really enjoy. And it's a safe choice for events like birthdays or weddings.
That's true. Anyway, I'm going to the supermarket now to have a look at gifts.
Bye. Hope you choose many nice gifts for relatives.
Wedding. Situation 1. Amelia and her daughter Sophie go to her friend's wedding. Sophie is so excited, she asks her mom about the wedding she has attended. Wow, everything is so pretty, like paradise. I like this pink theme. What do you think, Mom? I like it too. A beautiful wedding is every girl's dream, even myself back then. I saw photos of your wedding. It was amazing too, Mom. The most important thing was to marry my favorite person, which is your dad. I hope that I have a wedding like that one day. How much do you reckon it costs to pull this wedding off? I think it cost them a lot of money. Do you hope to have a wedding as big as theirs? I don't think so. I want to have a bigger wedding. Why do you want to have a bigger wedding? I want to have a large wedding that everyone will remember. You can have a small wedding and people will still remember it. As long as you marry your love, your wedding will be perfect. Have you ever attended someone's wedding? Who were they? Yes, a lot. Some of my cousins, friends, colleagues, but the most memorable one is my best friend's. Who went with you? I went with one of my classmates. Where was the wedding organized? It was held in a restaurant downtown. Was it amazing? How many people were there? It was great, and it was a small wedding. Only her close friends and relatives were invited. What did people do at the wedding? They enjoyed the wedding feast, sang, and danced together after giving the couple the best wishes of everlasting happiness. What did the bride and groom wear? The bride wore a white wedding gown, while the groom wore a black suit and tie. What was the most interesting ritual at the wedding? Exchanging rings is the ritual I'm quite interested in. It was so emotional, a lot of people cried. The groom and bride's eyes were sparkling, and then I knew they were meant for each other. Are weddings a special event in one's life? Yes, along with birthdays. Because we only marry once or twice, usually. And the ceremony is intimate and special. Things like that don't happen a lot. Do people get married early? Not really. The average age to get married for women is 27, and for men is 29. What is the ideal age to get married in your opinion? Well, 27 would be my ideal age. Women are most charming and mature at that age, I guess. How have weddings changed recently? The most noticeable change is the reduction of rituals in a wedding. There used to be more steps in weddings years ago than there are now. Like what, Mom? For example, after the ceremony, the bride had to speak to her parents first, or the family of the bride would essentially pay the husband to be a sum of money, as a sort of thanks for being willing to marry their daughter. That's so strange. Nobody does that anymore. And the couple needed to bury a bottle of bourbon at their wedding site, exactly 1 month before the ceremony to have a sunny sky on their wedding. It was more complicated and superstitious back then. I want a simple wedding without any of those old-fashioned and weird traditions. Sure, honey. When it's about time, we will plan your wedding together. Thank you, Mom. It will be so much fun. Situation 2. Henry flies to America from England to attend his friend Michael's wedding. He's curious about the wedding traditions in America, so he discusses with Michael's friend, Dave, about the traditions in England and America.
Hi, Henry. Welcome to America. Thank you so much for being here. It means a lot, Michael. It's my pleasure. This is the first time I attended an American wedding. I'm so excited. Come this way. This is your seat. Thanks. So I heard that American weddings are different from weddings in England. Couples living in England do not have as many pre-wedding activities as those in the United States. Really? What activities do you guys have? While we do have bachelor and bachelorette parties, we do not hold bridal showers or rehearsal dinners. Are bachelor and bachelorette parties in the UK different from those in the US? While the party themes in the UK are extravagant, the budget isn't excessive. The average Brit spends about €507 on their weekend pre-wedding parties. In the US, bachelor party attendees spend on average of $738 for the festivities, while bachelorette party attendees spend about $472. The actual ceremony is quite different too. Oh. In England, the wedding party is usually small. The bride walks down the aisle before her bridesmaids. The groom keeps his back towards the bride as she walks down the aisle. In here, the groom faces the bride for the entire procession, but I think the British tradition is better. That's the tradition we love most. The groom faces away from the bride until she reaches him, and everyone gets to experience their first look. How about the bridesmaids and groomsmen in the UK? Instead of a maid of honor, a bride selects a chief bridesmaid. British bridesmaids sit during the ceremony, while most American bridesmaids stand beside the bride throughout the service. Do the groomsmen give funny toasts like in the US? British wedding toasts are more like roasts. But they're still polite and the jokes are pretty simple. The speeches also don't take up much time. In America, it's customary for the best man and the maid of honor to make a short speech, and maybe even one of the parents. That's not something you'll see in British weddings. Only men tend to make the speeches, and the main objective is to embarrass the couple. Have you been to many weddings in your country? Actually, this is the first wedding I've attended. I heard that if you're British, the first wedding you attend might be your own. That's right. The British have a strict rule. No ring, no bring. If a couple is not married, the guest's significant other is not invited to the ceremony or reception following. How about close friends and family members that are unmarried? There's a separate reception later at night for those close friends and family. Unmarried guests are invited to bring their significant others to this reception. This person has to truly be a significant other, oftentimes engaged, to be invited. In America, we are given an open invitation for a plus one. Is this reception similar to the reception in the US? Dinner is served with dancing to follow. There is also a bar at the evening reception, not at the morning reception. Lastly, the couple often gives their own toasts to each other and their guests at the evening reception. The evening reception is more intimate, right? Yes, but there's one key difference. If you brought a gift, you'll feel out of place. Really? Yes. Gifts are always mailed directly to the couple and never brought to the ceremony or reception. That's a good idea. A big, gaudy array of wrapped presents doesn't exactly make the party any better. I know. When I get married, I will invite you so you can attend an actual British wedding. Thanks. I'm looking forward to it.